Got the Audubon Shuttle Hurdle. We're going to be out of order, but that's all right. Tyler Reboff, you're a state champ. How does that feel?
It feels great. Last year, getting a runner-up, it just kind of pushed us to do our best this year because we knew we had everybody back. We knew there was only one way to get better, and that was winning.
You run great times all year, but your best two times come here at state. How were you able to get under a minute a couple times?
A lot of it is definitely the weather. We got great weather for this weekend, and the atmosphere, all these people, it's pretty crazy.
Take us through just watching the first two legs and seeing what position your team was in, what's going through your mind at that point.
Yeah, we knew coming into finals, it wasn't just our, like, it was anybody's race coming in. We knew everybody runs their best here, and I knew that I would have had to give it my all, and I knew coming in when I started at the same time as the other kid, it was pretty much boom boom. I had to stay right there with him to give Mitchell a shot.
Do you feel like you stayed up with him pretty close, or take us through your race?
Yeah, I feel like I stayed up with him pretty well. I thought I got it within a step to the exchange, and I thought I ran a pretty good leg.
And then tell us about watching Mitchell around the ankle.
I couldn't see the board from where I was, and seeing from behind you can't really tell the best. So I had to, it looked from where I was, I thought, no, he's behind, and then I looked up to the Audubon fans and just saw everybody's hands go in the air, and that was when I knew that it actually happened.
What are you guys going to do to celebrate?
I'm probably going to eat one of those big turkey legs. Those are looking really good. I've tried not to tell myself no this weekend, but I think it's going to be time.
You had a couple of great seniors you got to run with for the last time. What's it been like to be teammates with those two?
These guys were, you couldn't ask for better. Two leaders and work ethics, great with them on and off the field. They're two really good leaders, and we're definitely going to miss them next year. I'm glad we could do this for them.
Overall, besides just the shuttle hurdle, you guys are in a lot of events here, a lot of chances to score. What's it mean to be a part of a big turnaround for the Audubon track program?
I think last year when in the district really got people pumped. Like, we realized we're not bad at track. We can score some points in meets, and we can put together some pretty good relays, and I think that really motivated us for this year.
All right, thanks, Tyler. Appreciate your time. We'll move over to Nolan Smith here now. He runs a third leg, the second leg, excuse me. Pretty impressive leg for you. Made up a lot of ground. How'd that feel?
Yo, it felt great. I could see they were a little behind. I watched Jake over like 3 or 4 hurdles, and I saw him hit one. I knew I was gonna have to run my best and try my hardest. I really felt like I chewed up a lot of ground on him. I got almost even coming into Tyler for the third leg.
You had your eyes on the state title all year long. Now that it's here and you've done it, how sweet is it?
Oh, it feels great, and especially we haven't heard disqualification yet, so that's always exciting. You didn't get disqualified on something stupid. So to come out and run that today, it feels wonderful.
You and Tyler, the two sophomores on this team, running with a couple of seniors. I asked him, and I'll ask you the same thing. What's it been like to get to know and get to run with guys like Jake and Mitchell?
Oh, it's great. I mean, me and Jake, we did football and now wrestling together. We lived together. It's a great bond to have. Just one more race, one more thing you get to do together while in high school. I mean, you only go through high school once, and to be able to spend a bunch of time with them like that, there's nothing better than that.
I'm going to ask you about the 110 highs too. What kind of confidence do you take into that now with the way you guys ran here?
I think we go in confident, very, very confident, but just know we got to still run our best race. It's going to be highly competitive, and we got a chance to place very high, so that's exciting.
Any big fans listening back home possibly you want to give a shout out to or anything like that?
I know my brother's back from college. He's here, but that's exciting to have him back and watch us have a state title finally. That's definitely exciting.
All right, thanks a lot. Congratulations. We go over to Jake Milford. Let it off. Your first portion of the race. How'd it go for you?
Pretty good. I got the blocks really good, just like I always do. I feel really comfortable out of there. And I stayed with them over 1 or 2 hurdles, but 3-step and they're going to get over me a little bit. But I just got to run my race. I felt good over the all 10. I hit the 7th one, but I got control of myself pretty well, and I kept going.
You've had probably 5 minutes or so for it to sink in and experience the feeling of being a state champion. How can you describe that feeling?
I don't know if you can. The feeling is just so amazing. You've been working at it for so long. And I know Nolan and Tyler have been putting in a lot of work for it too. But me and Mitch, we got 2 years on them trying to go after it. It's a great feeling to go out on top with your last race you ever run in your career, and to get the gold.
Probably 2 of the best atmospheres in high school sports, state wrestling, state track. You've been a part of both. How would you compare the 2?
I personally like the track that Drake much better than just state wrestling, just because they're right on the floor with you, they're surrounding you, that you can hear them much better. It's not just it's not just you and pretty much you and the other kid wrestling on the mat, but you can hear everybody on the track, and it's the feeling so much better. You can hear everybody cheering for you, and it feels great.
As a senior, kind of want to ask you to recap your experience in the shuttle hurdle a little bit. How much did you run it throughout your career up to the last 2 years?
I ran it off and on freshman year, but I didn't run it down here. Sophomore year is when I did run it. I run it every time from sophomore, junior, and senior year. I did it in junior high too, and freshman year I guess was the only time I really didn't run it every day, all the time. But it's not like I didn't skip out on a year. There was someone else that was faster than me.
How much of your splits come down from then to now?
A lot. I've probably dropped second, a little more, like overall. And it feels great to see those splits come down, that overall time come down, because it's not just you you're worrying about, it's a team thing, and I think we care about each other enough to where we want to push ourselves and make better.
All right, nice job today. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm going to go over to Mitchell Nelson now. Going to grab Mitchell Nelson here, and you're a state champ. How's that feel in the shuttle hurdle?
Yeah, that's a great feeling, especially after last year. We thought we should have been champs last year, but flipped that hurdle, so it's good to get a little redemption here today.
You were pretty even with the guy, maybe a little bit behind going into the final leg. Take us through your race and catching him.
Yeah, Tyler caught the guy more than I thought he would when I put my head down. I stopped watching Tyler when he's over the last hurdle and a half there, so he caught him a little more in the last little bit there than I thought he would. So I was a little slow out of the blocks because I wasn't expecting a red that quick from Tyler. But so the guy got a hurdle on me, I think. But I told the guys beforehand, I was like, hey, you get me within a hurdle, I'm gonna get him. So I'm just glad I kept that promise because it was over the first 2 hurdles I was definitely gaining on him. I thought, all right, here we go, we're gonna get him. But then it was deadlocked. I wasn't gaining on him, and he wasn't stretching his lead at all over until about the 7th hurdle, 8th hurdle. And then he clipped one, so I got the half step I needed, and then we were deadlocked, and I just had a little more power after the last hurdle get to that finish line first.
You hear a lot about Coach Clark helping out the Audubon hurdlers. I haven't asked many of these guys though about him. How much have you learned from Coach Clark, and tell us about him?
Yeah, he's a hurdle wizard, you might say, I guess. He's been around here, longer than anybody. I'm pretty sure he's been coaching for I don't know how many years, but I had an old guy from my church, not old guy, but he was probably 70s, 60s, and he goes, Coach Clark's still coaching you guys hurdles? I go, yeah. He goes, he coached me in high school. So, Clark's been around a long time. He definitely knows what he's doing, and he's a great coach. He's got great advice, great drills for us to do. So, yeah, definitely without his help, we wouldn't be here today.
So you got a little souvenir to remember this by. That's pretty cool. Go ahead and show us that. And so what do you get? How'd you end up with that?
Yeah, that's casing from the starting gun, and I believe it was Mike Stanley. He does a lot of our meets around Southwest Iowa, and Katie Conkler, she and the 4x8 team at districts, I think that he gave them some at districts, and he just stopped by right after we won. And he goes, hey, shook my hand and dropped these in my hand. He said, those are for you guys, give one to each of you. So we all got one, and so that's just a little something to remember it by, I guess, besides just the medal we get. So.
Last time you run with this group of guys, talk about your team that runs along with you on the shuttle hurdle.
Yeah, these guys are a great team. Running the last 2 years, just us 4, unless somebody's gone for state FFA or whatever in the middle of the season. But yeah, we've been running, same order. We only switched it up a couple times just to play with it. But, we've been basically running the same order for 2 years now, and it's definitely great to finally get a state championship with these guys. And, I'm excited to see what Tyler and Nolan can do in the future.
Hey, nice job. Congratulations. Good luck the rest of the day.
Thank you.